Ladies and gentlemen, the sun has now found its home in the western sky, and it is Saturday night in Tiger Stadium, home of the LSU Tigers, one of the great venues in college football. We're really looking forward to this matchup. You've got a team that's made its way into the top 25, now trying to pass an all-important road test. As we'll see the number 18 team in the country, the Tennessee Volunteers, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Vols will kick it away to start. From inside the 10, here he comes. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So LSU's offense takes the field. And there he is. When you build a tight end, you build one just like this, especially with those reliable mitts, Jesse.
Yeah, Reese, he makes big plays in big games. Watch for him on third down in the red zone. He has a chance to leave an impact in this game.
Well, it's so nice to have such a big...
He's off to the races. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. And the Tigers want to crank the tempo.
He's showing you his skills on that last throw. This guy's got arm talent and accuracy, man. And some of it's not coachable. And I think back to Jamarcus Russell and Joe Burrow, two former Tiger quarterbacks that were the first overall pick in the NFL draft. They had some of that, too. They just had a feel for the position that you simply couldn't coach at the college level. This guy, man, he's got some serious tools, and he really helps make this offense dangerous.
They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the right. He makes a catch. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. The big gain on offense, and the play will stand, and the offense declines the penalty. The Tigers will snap it on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Wide open downfield. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it up with the final 30 yards coming courtesy of that touchdown pass. Kickoff team is on the field. They'll try to drive this one deep. Coming out with it, it's Jefferson. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. So Tennessee's offense will go to work for the first time. And the spotlight in this game will undoubtedly be on these star wide receivers, David.
I mean, they're featured, Reese. Like, these guys are going to touch the football a lot. These offenses are built to get them the football, to make plays. We're in for a few catches today, Palmer.
We sure are. When you can get open like these guys can, when you have the speed to take the top off of a defense, you know you're going to see a lot of explosive plays today.
To the ground. He's got it again. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this. This offense has a second down play. He's looking to throw. Feeling some heat. Using his legs to buy some time. Intercepted. Still running at the 40. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
You know, after watching that interception, I just wonder if this kid's too amped up tonight. He was so excited to take the field. He thought this was going to be a game that he could stat it up. But he's going to have to do a better job tonight with his decision-making. That is not how you want to start a game.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling too, David, just giving the quarter.
And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
A first down sack can be a drive killer. Now it's 2nd and 13. Off the play fake. Pressure coming. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Guys, this rough start is hardly what they had in mind to start SEC play, and it's not going to get any easier.
Well, no doubt about it. There were big expectations surrounding this program inside SEC play this year, and things haven't necessarily.
And it's picked off. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
A strike downfield. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down.
Well, the offense is trying to make it look like runs, so they play fake, and the tight end, he comes right out of his stance, vertical downfield, gets one-on-one with a much smaller DB, and is able to make the catch for a big gain.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Looking to move it through the air. They're bringing heat. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
The Volunteers are moving quickly down the field. They're getting this guy lathered up. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
Well, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this run.
A shot toward the end zone. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
You know the saying, no risk it, no biscuit. If you want big plays on offense, you've got to be able to take shots. They didn't hit that one, but moving ahead in the second half, expect this offense to keep dialing them up.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third and long, he has to throw for it. He looks that one in nicely. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. And the Volunteers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Fires the pass, intercepted. Takes it the other way. At the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Tigers! What a great play by the defense, and paying it off with the interception return.
And they come up with a huge pick six, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick six, and that defense will come out feeling it. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Here comes the offense on first down. Give to the back. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. So after the first down run, here's second down. They give it to him again. Tackled, but he has a first down. The Big Orange churning out those first downs on the ground, sort of like Arian Foster used to do.
Yeah, you couldn't write the script any better. Just pound the ball, establish the run.
Sends it downfield. And the DB right with him to knock it away.
Well, the defender got his hand on that one, tipped it up in the air, and offense, man, they're lucky that one wasn't picked.
The incompletion leads to 2nd and 10. Off play action. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. The offense somehow fell on it, and they'll retain possession. Third down for the offense after recovering their own fumble. He's looking downfield to throw. Moving away from pressure. And it's knocked away downfield. The DB getting a hand in there. And the Vols line up to punt it away. Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him, maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Gets it out fast. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. Guys, LSU has the lead here. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. 3rd and short coming here right from the midfield stripe. They'll try to get it through the air. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line.
Well, offensive coordinators put in countless hours every week trying to formate and use different personnel groupings and shifts and motions to give their offense a success on 3rd down.
Deep shot for the end zone. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play. LSU right back to the line.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a 3rd and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. Lets it fly deep downfield. Give him 6. Touchdown, Tigers. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Buffalo needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there in Western New York behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Eastern Michigan.
Unloads to the wideout. It's caught downfield.
We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. To the air on first down. He's going to fire deep. And it's caught at the 10. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Volunteers!
And what nice play design. You get your speedster, you put him in the slot, usually get a better matchup, and then what do? You fade him towards that sideline, run a go. Nice ball thrown way out wide. He just runs underneath it, and just too much speed. Couldn't catch him. Gets in the end zone for 6.
Lining up for the PAT. And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. They've got it down to a 2-touchdown deficit, trailing by 14 and about to kick it away. Here's the return from inside his 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
On second down, wants to throw it. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He's got it.
I mean, the great news is you just came up with a huge completion on 3rd down, but the bad news is you're still miles away from picking up this first because of how poor you were 1st and 2nd down. Moving forward in this game, the offense has got to do a better job early in the drive to at least give them a chance to have some success.
This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Going with the ground game left. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6. There's no getting around the fact that they have really scuffled in the first half of SEC play, and now the task is to try to turn it around.
Well, and a lot of times it requires shifting.
Going to throw it over the top of the D. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
Well, this quarterback has struggled, having already thrown 2 picks. That should have been number 3. Somehow the defender dropped that one. Things not going.
And he can't escape, and down he goes.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front 7 on defense, it's going to be tough.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here, Palmer.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
Good, solid pickup on that one. They got it out to the 40, and it's first down. LSU quick to the line. Death Valley has a well-earned rep of being intimidating. It is nice to be the quarterback, to have everything on your side.
And have everything quiet. It's the
catch inside the 30 and still running. Oh, look out on the right. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, LSU.
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
Lining up to add another. And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a two-play drive. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. He's going to pass. Getting some heat. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. He'll take the deep shot. Brings it down on the right side. Hit the gas, kid, wide open ahead. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch. They want to run this quarterback. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown ball!
A nice job by this offense, putting the scoring drive together. And now, listen, it's not even halftime yet. So keep fighting, going to halftime, regroup. We found a little something on this drive. See if we can cut into this lead and continue to make this game closer and closer.
And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The defense calls the timeout. They're second of the day as they try to get their act together. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He's got great speed. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, David, that they're able to score some points, and you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut it to a 1-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half, because obviously, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
They're trying to get to it. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. Finds a man on the left. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. The Vols have it with a 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Flushed out of the pocket. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
From here, it would just be a 30-yard field goal try. Let's see how aggressive they're going to be to try to pick up that 1st down. Caught in the backfield, it's Montgomery. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. He'll line it up from the right side, a 37-yarder coming up. Just drives it between the uprights. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And he'll just get back to the line of scrimmage, and we have run out of time in the 2nd quarter. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, who's got a better seat there in Death Valley than you? A captivating game so far. And it'd be easy to say these two offenses are glad we've hit halftime based on their respective performances. It would also be accurate. Turnovers and sacks have told the story so far. And you gotta believe the play calling has been the issue, right? Time to shred those game plans and just get back to basics. With that said, let's send it back to the guys in Baton Rouge.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the 2nd half here. LSU ready to boot it away and open this 2nd half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Those 2 first-half turnovers really damaging, and the primary reason they find themselves trailing to start the 3rd quarter.
And this is an offense that prides themselves on taking care of the football and then having explosive plays. You know they're playing angry right now. They're mad. They know they're the reason why they're down in this game, so I expect them to come out here.
Afterburners coming. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds.
This guy is really unique. Top 5 in the country running the football right now, and I love the way this offense gets him involved. They're able to move him around a little bit. They change up the schemes, but the big key every week, get him the ball, let him go to work.
This offense has to be feeling it after that last one, and they'll snap it 1st and 10 just outside the 20. Throws to the wideout. And he's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been up to speed. His 3rd interception. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They'll leave it with him. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. LSU right back to the line. DB's right up on the receivers. Now the play fake. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. And the quarterback just ran out of time there, and they were able to knock it free.
Quarterbacks have got to do a great job keeping two hands on the football, especially in passing situations like that, because you know defenders are swatting at the ball. Even if you can't see them, these guys, they're 6'5", 6'6", they've got long arms. They're trying to rip and tug away and get that ball out of your hands. The QB will learn from this play. He's got to do a better job with his fundamentals.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. The Volunteers are threatening in the red zone. Quick release on the RPO. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down. Love the way he didn't just run to a spot. He found the cushion in the zone and got himself open for the first down.
Yeah, and you're taught to find that space. Don't run right into a zone defender who's sitting there looking at the quarterback and looking at you. So much creativity with routes now and of being able to just have subtle moves one way, come back the other way. Nice job by the tight end finding that hole in the zone.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He's going to pass on second down. Got his man in the middle. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
He's got the tight end. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be first and goal. And the Volunteers are marching down the field. Goes to the option. Now the pitch. Touchdown, Tennessee! And here they come, almost all the way back.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
They'll try to get the 2-point conversion here and make it a 3-point game. Here's the snap, looking to throw. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. That last drive and the turnover, not what you're looking for when you have the lead, Jesse.
Yeah, and really I think for them, it's just staying out of their own way. They're making plays. They've got the playmakers to go and win this game, so it's just a matter of executing better.
Yeah, executing better, understanding I still got the lead, put a drive together here and build on that lead.
Wide receiver shows motion. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Incomplete, and very lucky that one wasn't picked off. And, man, could they have used that? It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. From the gun, the running back has it. creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. In the gun and looking to throw on third down. Got the quick pass. Man, you have to do everything in your power not to let your momentum carry you out of bounds short of the first down marker.
And I would argue, too, maybe you run your route a little bit deeper. You got to understand where the first down marker is and where I got to get to. But, yeah, I'm not running out of bounds. I'm lowering my shoulder and trying to get as much yardage as I can to make this fourth down manageable.
Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Barrels all the way to the 29, a gain of 6.
And they say a quarterback's best friend is a good run game and a good running back. I think he agrees. Over 150 yards on the day. I don't even think I need a quarterback the way he's been running the football all game long.
Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31. Third down after the run. They'll try to run for it. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there.
Well, on offense, you've got to love the way your offensive line is playing in this game. They're getting tremendous movement up front. They're climbing in the second level and really giving these backs. And
going deep. And they took a shot on that one but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
The defense did a really nice job on that play, closing in on the intended target. They had 2 guys near that ball.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. Lining up to convert third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Forced to just throw it away on third down, and now they face fourth.
Well, as a quarterback, when you get to the outside, you know you don't have all day to throw it. You've got these defenders. They are coming. They're running at you hard. So you've got to do a better job getting the ball out quicker. That hit forced the incompletion.
Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Guys, LSU has the lead here. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Time to take a shot. Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? Trying to take it back. And the senior just took that one out of the air and sends it the other way.
Well, this offense is trying to ice the game. They've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but it's only by 1 possession, so you got to be so careful with your decision-making. And that was not a good one by the quarterback. They now turn it over, and they better hope their defense can play well in this sudden change situation.
The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. You get field position like this, and you're not likely to punt the way they did the last time they had the ball.
Yeah, great job by the defense, setting them up in an opportunity to get some points on the board quickly.
This is an opportunity you got to capitalize on this field position. You must come away with points here if you're on offense.
Down to the 18-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again. And he runs through 1 tackle and picks up a few.
Defense, man, you got to go low, and you got to chop that tree down, right? Go with the legs, take the legs out from underneath them so he can't continue to churn those puppies out and get extra yards after contact like he did there.
finds his big tight end. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. These routes have some reads and adaptability built in, and the big fella found that cushion and made the play.
Man, it's so awesome how much offenses have evolved. They know exactly what they're getting, where to sit down, quarterback, tight end, on the same page, gets the first down.
That's a great individual play, and I love cornerbacks that don't just take pride in covering guys. I like guys that like to put their face in the fan and affect the running game. This dude is physical, and he impacts the defense.
Touchdown, Volunteers! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth.
Man, I love this offense, being able to run the football late in the game when it matters and punch it in for the touchdown, and more importantly, take the lead.
Up by 1, they're going to try to get the deuce here and make it a field goal lead. Trying to barge in. He gets into the end zone for the 2-point conversion, and the cushion is now 3. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
He'll keep it himself. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. LSU quick to the line. The corners are walked up tight. Off the boot, looking for his man. Quickly to the tight end. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. Secures it at the 30. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. The defense will have to key on the run and try to get this ball back. The handoff, keep working on that clock. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we've got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football, and we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Look, let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense has some time on the clock to do some damage when they get the football back.
Getting late, pressure building, huge 3rd down coming up on the road for this offense. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And the Vols getting set on 1st and 10. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
They have just bloodied their nose on this drive, all on the ground. It's 1st and 10. Plenty of fireworks in this one, a lot of points. They always talk about having the chalk last, and it seemed like whoever was on offense had the last laugh.
It's amazing how much offenses have just boomed in college football. So good, so many ways to hurt you, and you saw both of these offenses put on a show today, Jess.
Dave, we talked to both of these coaching staffs, and their defensive coordinators were losing sleep all week. They knew this was going to be a tough task ahead of them. So much speed, so much firepower on both of these offenses. And, man, we saw that here today.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.